showers and thunderstorms on the move, some of those producing damaging winds. The very latest watches and warnings just ahead on Live First Alert Defender.
Severe storms this afternoon knocked down trees and power lines across much of the bluegrass. We'll show you some of the damage.
What we found when we dug into the criminal history of a man accused of cutting a Lexington Kroger employee in the face.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. WKYT News starts now with First Alert Weather.
Good evening to you. Tonight we have been tracking strong and severe storms as they move across parts of the bluegrass.
And we declared a first alert severe weather day. We begin tonight with our chief meteorologist Chris Bailey. Chris shows us what's on the First Alert Defender right now.
Yeah, guys, things have calmed down a little bit compared to the past couple of hours. It's kind of the lull, though, between rounds of strong and severe storms. The entire area is still under a severe thunderstorm warning. That goes until 10 o'clock this evening. That was actually extended farther to the west with a new line that is now showing up on Defender right around the Louisville area. That's going to come racing its way quickly to the east and northeast. So far, it's remaining below severe limits. That line into eastern Kentucky weakening with a developing line out ahead of that, really stealing a lot of the show. What Defender is tracking, though, general run-of-the-mill rains around the Moorhead area and points south and southwest from there. You get into the Mountain Parkway corridor, West Liberty down to Wolfe County area around Campton, then into southeastern Kentucky. That stuff is beginning to weaken. Rays of sunshine showing up into parts of the Lexington metro, and Defender is all clean. Then we get into parts of north central Kentucky. Thunderstorms starting to develop here around Henry County, back into the Louisville metro, but so far so good. Nothing strong or severe with this cluster that will continue to race its way on in from southwest to northeast. So we'll see how that line begins to develop as we go through the evening. But your storm threat index showing that we're really not concerned about flooding. The main threat will continue to be from wind and maybe some small hail. Tornado threat with this type of a setup is pretty low as well. So guys, the storms earlier had some localized wind damage. I suspect this line that is developing to our west will eventually grow strong enough to maybe have some gusty winds exceeding severe limits. We will track those with the hour-by-hour forecast just ahead.
Thank you, Chris. And we have received some reports of downed trees and power lines around central Kentucky tonight.
In Richmond, a large tree fell and landed against a home. Monique Blair continues our live First Alert Weather Team coverage with a look at the damage. Monique?
The man who lives in this home tells me he's been trying to get this tree removed for several years now because it's always kind of leaned towards his home. And then today, before 4 o'clock, it cracked and fell onto his home. Now, the homeowner tells me there is some structural damage to the roof and to the back patio. But the good news is he says no one was home and no one was hurt when the tree fell onto his house this afternoon. But the man who lives across the street was home and he saw it all happen.
As I came over to get mail from that mailbox right there, there was a great big gust of wind. It started raining. There was a great big gust of wind. Really came through dramatically, and those two big trees over there both leaned this way real quick, and then this tree cracked and broke and crashed into the house.
Now, not only was no one home or hurt when this tree fell today, but the homeowner tells me just last night he moved his boat and parked it on the street. Prior to him moving it, he says it was sitting right where this tree is now sitting. I'm reporting live in Richmond. Monique Blair, WKYT.
Monique, thank you. A storm in Woodford County also caused some damage there.
Emergency managers say that some trees fell across Highway 62 between Versailles and Midway, and some streets have been closed because of fallen trees. Jordan Valines joins us live for the latest on that. Jordan?
Well, it certainly looks and sounds like a construction zone out here as people work to get down trees out of their yards and out of the street. As you can see here behind me, Amston Avenue is still shut down at this time. Today's strong wind snapped 2 trees and 2 power lines on this road alone. One of the trees went through a man's window when it fell, but thankfully he wasn't hurt. Officials with Kentucky Utilities have been out here for about the past hour working to remove the power lines off of the tree in the street, and officials with Emergency Management say KU will be out here for the next few hours to replace the snap power lines and restore power to folks living in this area. Now, at last check, there were about 200 KU customers without power in Woodford County. Live in Versailles, Jordan Valines, WKYT.
Jordan, thank you. We've also seen some storm damage in Scott County tonight, most of it around the Stamping Ground area. Trees fell around the intersection of Calvert and Riley Streets, and some of them pulled power lines down off a few houses. Strong winds also ripped off the roof of a barn. The State Transportation Cabinet says that Long Lick Pike and East Honaker Road are closed because of downed power lines. We can help you track storms even if you're away from the TV. On WKYT.com, you can look at the First Alert Defender and zoom into your neighborhood. You can also download the WKYT app for your iPad or smartphone. It will connect you to weather tools, including live radar.
Tonight, police need your help tracking down a theft suspect they say escaped from the Madison County Detention Center. Investigators say 27-year-old Alexandria Smith escaped around 2 this afternoon. They say she was using one of the jail's phones trying to make bond. Investigators say a jail employee left the room, but the door didn't close all the way. They say Smith left the room and then got outside through an open garage door. Police say Smith is wearing a plaid flannel shirt and blue jean shorts.
A man accused of cutting a Kroger employee's face while stealing a cart filled with groceries made his first court appearance today. Lexington police arrested Michael Buckner over the weekend. This afternoon, he answered to charges of assault, robbery, and evidence tampering. As Kristen Kennedy tells us, Buckner has a lengthy criminal history.
Michael Buckner appeared via video conference. A judge gave him a public defender and kept his bail at more than $20,000.
Okay, sir, your bond right now is looks to be about $20,750. I'm gonna keep that the same, consider you a danger to others.
Judge Bruce Bell took Michael Buckner's past charges into account Monday afternoon when setting his bond. Buckner is no stranger to Lexington police. We found charges stemming all the way back to 2006 for shoplifting. He also faced charges of possession of marijuana, possession of controlled substances, a felony charge in 2010 for possession of cocaine. He had traffic violations, family court appearances, and his second most recent charge was in late 2014 for theft by deception. Lexington police say Saturday morning, Buckner tried leaving the Kroger on Bryan Station Road with a cart full of items, and when a store employee asked about his receipt, they say he pulled out a knife and cut her face, causing what police described as prolonged disfigurement and suffering. We talked to Buckner's mother. She's having a hard time believing her son, who she says lives with her and helps take care of her, would hurt anyone. Buckner will be back in court next Monday. In Lexington, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
The Lexington police say Buckner confessed to the crimes when they interviewed him and that he buried the knife used in the attack.
It is now up to a grand jury to decide if charges should be filed for the dragging death of a Laurel County dog. Investigators say the dog was dragged down a road while tied to a truck. The owners claim it was an accident. Bill Pendleton has the update in the case, new at 6.
Last month, we told you about Rocky, the boxer that was found in a ditch after police say it had been dragged for quite a distance. The dog was taken to a local veterinarian and was euthanized. Now an animal rescue group says the criminal charges need to be filed against the owner of that dog.
We just wanted everyone to know in the community that he has not been forgotten, and we're going to keep his story alive until we can find justice for what was done to him.
Stephanie Fields is with Homeward Bound, an animal rescue group that was called when a driver saw the dog lying in a ditch on April 21st.
A crime was committed. The animal was discarded as a piece of trash.
Fields and others are waiting as a grand jury considers evidence gathered by the Laurel County Sheriff's Office.
We are going to be this dog's voice.
Blood smears on Highway 1006 showed that an animal was dragged for several miles. Homeward Bound said it appeared the dog kept up with the truck for at least a mile before collapsing. The owners told Homeward Bound that a child accidentally left the dog chained to a truck. The boy's father drove off. He left the dog in a ditch, telling the animal group he thought the dog was dead.
At the least, I believe the grand jury should hold him responsible for animal cruelty.
The incident remains under investigation by the Laurel County Sheriff's Office. We're told that if indictments are to be returned in this case, that will come sometime Friday morning. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Police have not identified the dog's owners, and so far they have not been charged.
It honors every Kentucky State Police trooper or officer who died in the line of duty. Today, State Police unveiled a new statue outside the KSP Training Academy in Frankfort. Our Victor Puente has more on the message behind this memorial.
Today's memorials began with a ceremony honoring all of the fallen members of the Kentucky State Police since the beginning.
Patrolman James P. Hayes in December of 1935.
Until now.
And Trooper Anson Blake tribute, Post 8 Moorhead, vehicle collision, January the 22nd, 2013.
Then a few hours later, hundreds gathered for the unveiling of a statue meant to honor those fallen officers. The artist who crafted the bronze piece was in attendance.
They're going out into harm's way to help protect and serve. And so that's what I want the piece to show, is really to just convey that bravery and that courage that it takes to go out there into the world and do their job every day.
This statue isn't just a representation of a trooper. Its likeness is based on a specific trooper, one who never made it home. Trooper James McNeely died in 1972 when he fell into the Kentucky River.
His body was never recovered in a water rescue mission.
Today, McNeely's daughter, who was 3 when he died, watched as her father became a permanent part of the Kentucky State Police Academy.
It was very overwhelming. It's been 43 years since this happened, and very proud and honored that they are recognizing all the state troopers plus my father.
In Frankfort, Victor Puente, WKYT.
The state police are hoping to raise $100,000 to finish paying for the tribute. So far, they've raised $72,000.
Well, a construction project on a major road through the University of Kentucky campus is underway.
It is. Crews have shut down much of Alumni Drive between Tates Creek and Nicholasville roads. They'll be putting in roundabouts and adding bike lanes and walking areas. Transportation leaders expect to have construction finished by September 1st. You'll still be able to get to the Arboretum this summer if you use the Tates Creek roadside of Alumni Drive.
A friendly competition between leaders of Richmond and Madison County helped a good cause. They challenged each other today to see which side could donate the most blood. The donations will be given to the Kentucky Blood Center. Madison County has been hit hard by snowstorms and flooding over the last 3 months, and county leaders say that's caused a drop in blood donations.
When you do have those disasters, I think sometimes those blood banks, they go a little bit low, so we just want to try to replenish those and top those off.
The blood drive challenge continued until 3 o'clock this afternoon. At last check, the county employees were winning by more than 15 pints.